What's going on, guys? I got a fixed blade knife review for you. Um, really, I probably can't give an adequate review on it because it's unused, but it's a knife that I got in a trade. This, along with a bunch of other knives, for my Grimsmo Norseman. This is the John Grimsmo Tor. If you guys aren't following John Grimsmo, make sure you follow his channel. I will try to put it on the bottom if I can remember it. I think it's John Grimsmo, on YouTube. I'm pretty sure it's not Grimsmo Knives yet. So anyway, but this is the Tor. His first knife that he ever made was the Norseman folder. And he's currently on his third run now of the Norseman. I think he already finished that run, the one at Blade Show, and it's got a lot of nice modifications for it. But he definitely built up a lot of notoriety with his Knife Making Tuesdays, which I watched religiously. I think he's got a great personality, him and Eric both. Just very easy to watch. He's very personable. And just a good guy too, in terms of my communication with him. Very friendly, very quick to respond, despite being incredibly busy. So he made this knife, this fixed blade, the Tor, Tor, as part of a class that was sponsored by Tormach, which is the CNC machining that I believe is sponsoring him. So the machine that he uses in his shop, is from Tormach. And so he did a class where he was teaching people how to make knives, and he used this as the model, for CNC machining and teaching people how to do all the blade grinds and things like that. If you guys aren't familiar with John Grimsmo and his style, again, everything is ground from CNC machines, so it's not sanded down or hand ground, rather than a CNC machine that goes line by line. It kind of just continues to go down this blade and makes it thinner and thinner. So what you get are these really, some people say they're ugly. I think they're awesome. These blade lines. It doesn't deter, from the blade from cutting smoothly. It's, they do a great job of sharpening these blades. I think on the wicked edge. I think Eric does that. And, it's definitely a great knife. It comes in all different kinds of colors for the scales. The handle on this knife is pretty thin. All the same, though, it's still extremely comfortable. I would say it's thicker than a fat butter knife, and butter knives are I think they're pretty comfortable. And yeah, this one is too. It fills your grip pretty well, and it's rounded enough where in reverse grip or forward grip, any kind of utility cutting, this knife is going to excel in. The steel that they're using is 5160 carbon steel. I'm not sure if that's an actual tool steel. I know it's a actually it might be a tool steel. From what I researched, actually it has low amounts of carbon, if I'm not mistaken. I could actually be totally wrong there. Actually, I don't know. Actually, I'm confused now. I think it is a carbon steel. But yeah, so I don't think that the what's it called? Rust resistance or corrosion resistance is going to be too high on this knife. So overall look of the knife, you got this huge just sweeping belly on here, which is nice for any kind of precision cuts or press cuts and things like that. Stock on this blade is not that thick either. So compared to, say, this Les George fixed VCP right here, you're definitely getting a lot more blade stock on this one. And this is CPM 3V. So I don't know. You can kind of get where I'm getting on this one. Here's the Strider Mini TC Tom Clark fixed fighter. This also is CPM 3V. This is a Dwayne Dwyer custom blade. You can see right there. This is just an awesome blade. Warncliffe, extremely sharp, chisel ground blade. This is just awesome. So here's the thing. The Tor is priced at $200, and right now it's not coming with a sheath. So I hate to say this, because John is an awesome guy, and this is actually an awesome knife. My question is whether or not it's completely worth the $200 right now where it's at. Fit and finish, it's a fixed blade, but with the scales on here fit perfectly. Again, it feels extremely comfortable, very ergonomic. But 5160 carbon steel versus CPM 3V with G10 handles and with a comes with a sheath that works well. This one I think is 205 from Monkey Edge and Knife Art. So I think for me personally, and again, this is no knock on John Grimsmo or Eric, I would go for this one at its price. I'm not too familiar with other Strider fixed blades. This one is a pretty expensive fixed blade, and the usage of this one's going to be different too. This is meant to be a fighting knife. It's got a relatively small grip, Warncliffe blade. Not one that you would really use for camping. You could, but this one I would definitely use for camping. 3V steel is going to last forever. I don't have much experience with 5160. I do hear it has pretty good edge retention as well as toughness, so I could be wrong. The jimping on here is very reminiscent of the Bodega jimping on the back of the back spacer, which is kind of nice. I don't know if you can see that right there. A nice little gear patterning. So that's a nice finish on this knife as well. So anyway, a little quick impressions of the Grimsmo Tor. Definitely no knock on this knife whatsoever. I love the look of it. I love the feel of it as a fixed blade, and I'm not a big fixed blade user. So, but if I had to choose between this one and this one, the VCP, I would definitely go for this one for sure. Just due to materials, ergonomics, I would give it to the Grimsmo Tor, but everything else, I think, look, materials, the sheath, I would go with the Les George VCP if you can find it. So that's one of the main things too. All right, guys. So really quick video of the Grimsmo Tor. Great knife. For the price, I think I might go for something else though. Alright, thanks guys for watching. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. You guys take care. I'll see you guys on the next vid. Bye.